Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 5 of my Survival Minecraft series. Right now, I am just crafting dispensers. So I'm going to make more dispensers than we need. But in this episode, we're going to be finishing up the mob grinder. And if we have extra time, I'm really not sure what we will do, but I'm sure we'll think of something. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. I'm going to build up here. I like using tough because it breaks easily. So when I build my way back down, it's nice and quick. But anyways, we'll just build our way up to the farm here. Nearly there. Alright. Now what we need to do is make the first spawning pad. So we're going to go up 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the first spawning pad will be right here. Now I want to go to the center, and I'm going to be using cobblestone blocks. I'm using full blocks for the spawning pads, although for all of this you could use slabs, and also for the spawning pads you could use slabs as long as the slab is on the upper section, not the lower section. If it's on the lower section, the no mobs will spawn on those. But anyway, so let's make our way to the center, which is right here. Now, in the center, we want a dispenser facing up, like that. And then, I forget how many blocks we need to build out, but it will be easy to figure out if we use a little bit of water. And the first thing I'm going to do is replace the water that I stole. Great. Okay, so next I'm going to grab a bucket of water and build my way back up. Perfect. Now, water flows 8 blocks. So if I go 8 blocks away, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should give us a 2-block distance from here. And just to double check that a mob can fall underneath this block, which it can, so that's great. Almost fell there. That was close. Anyways, I'll build my way back up here. And break this. So we'll go 8 blocks in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then like we did here, we're going to connect these on a diagonal. Like this. And we'll do that for every side. And that will be the spawning platform for the mobs. And we're actually going to do 12 layers of this. So I'll go ahead and fill this whole spawning pad in, and I'll show you what that looks like in just 1 second. Alright, so this is what it looks like when it's all complete. Then the next thing we want to do is build up 3. Come back down. Like, facing down though. Like that. Now, when a block update is detected, the water dispenses. So that's exactly what we want to happen. And just to get rid of the water, we'll place a block here. And this level will actually be the next spawning platform. So it's a really simple design. Pretty nice. Yeah, so as you can see, we actually didn't do this correctly. We want to break these blocks going around. That way the water is flush to the edge of the spawning platform. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so this is how it should look. Next, we're gonna do the next level. So we'll get rid of the water here. I'll build up and break this. And then I'm going to do exactly what I just did. So make the same platform that I just made, and I will show you guys what that looks like. So in the center, we will want a dispenser facing up again. If we build up 3, we can place the observer again, facing down. Just like that. Alrighty, so I cranked up the render distance, and I also just finished the last spawning pad. We build out a little bit. You can that there is 12 of them. Yep. But yeah, I cranked up the render distance so that we can get a good look around. Just sort of did what we've done so far. But anyways, like this. Around. Nice cave over there. Maybe we'll check that out someday. I did see a shipwreck right there, I believe. Like one to me. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. But anyways, we're done with this. The next thing I want to do is place a bucket of water. Every single one of sensors. Jump down. Fill up my buckets. Load my inventory full of buckets. Then going to just build my way back up. So head over here. And I'll see you guys when I'm back at the top. Oh, perfect. Okay. So here we are back at the top. They say bucket of water. There, go down. The block. Bucket of water, go down. Block. Water, and get the idea. I will see you guys when I get to the bottom. All right, so this should be the last bucket of water. Okay, something's wrong here. Should have been. All right, so let's count the spawning pads. I think I accidentally made one because I didn't have enough buckets of water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's hard to count. Let's go by the corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I made 13 of them. Anyways, so the side of the farm is going to be just this cobbled deep slate. But I do need to place a water bucket in this spawning pad still. And I believe the one under me has a bucket of water. So we should have buckets of water in every single dispenser now. But anyways, the next thing I'm going to do is just build a giant wall all the way to the top, all the way around the farm. This cobbled deep slate. But before I finish building the wall, I want to actually start the farm. So we're gonna need an observer on top of this. Facing down like that. And then this right here will be the top of the farm. And yeah. So yeah, so basically I'm going to build a giant wall around here and then fill it in with a roof. So I'll do that and I will speed it up. And just to double check that all of the dispensers fired. So it looks like we have something wrong after this spawning pad. So right down there, there's something wrong. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that. The same spot, it is broken down there. Not sure why. So what's wrong with it is that I accidentally placed a dispenser instead of an observer here. So let's go ahead and place an observer. Like that. Now let's double check again that the farm works. Try this one more time. Hopefully there's no problems. I did fix the problem. I had a dispenser instead of an observer on one of the levels. So this one last time. Double check that each spawning pad has water, and they do. That's great. Okay, so now we just need to build a giant wall around the farm, put a lid on it, make a redstone clock. So I'm gonna continue placing wall around this. So I wasn't recording. But if you notice in that last clip, there was one spawning pad that didn't have water. All I had to do to fix that was shift click and put a bucket of water over the dispenser with an empty bucket already in the dispenser. So I just did a bit of mining, just because we needed a bit extra cobbled deep slate. I pretty much finished, actually I did finish the wall around the outside of this. Now I'm going to build up to the very top and we'll put in the clock. Alright, so we reached the top. The farm looks like this right now. So I'm gonna patch in the roof. I'll show you guys when that's done. Perfect, and we just barely had enough cobbled deep slate. This is all that's left of all the cobbled deep slate we've ever collected. We just have 6 left. Now it's time to build the clock. Now it's pretty simple. So we're going to want 2 hoppers facing into each other. Like this. On each side of the hopper there is a comparator, followed by a block, some redstone, sticky piston, redstone block, and I believe we want about 50 items in this hopper. And that starts the clock. The only other thing we need to do, I actually did this backwards. I want the redstone block on this side, so let me fix that. Okay, so then I put our 50 items in, and that turns on the clock. Then all we have to do is hook up some redstone. Now we're done here. This clock will switch when this runs out. And that will toggle the water on and off within the farm. Great, so now we should start seeing mobs spawn. As you can see, they are falling down into our collection room. Which is quite dark. Anyways, you can see that the mob loot is filling up in these chests. And if we toggle it to experience mode, we can wait for some mobs to build up, and then we can kill them and get experience. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to break this giant column. Alright, you guys, so I AFK'd overnight, and we got a lot of loot from that. So I'll sort of show you. We got a full chest here, we got a carrot, so we can add that to our farm, which is pretty cool. Another thing we can do, if you look, we have some enchanted bows, so if we use an anvil, we can make sort of a super bow over time. But yeah, I also got a lot of experience. I waited here a while. It's actually not the most efficient farm. Part of that is because it's lower to the ground. There's mobs that can also spawn in the cave systems underground, so that sort of lowers the rates on the farm. Another part of that is perhaps the rate that I have the clock set at. I do have it at 50 items in the hopper clock, and perhaps a lower amount of items might be better. I can play around with that, or I can not worry about it, either way. Another thing is, because I chose to build walls around the farm instead of building a large platform to block the light and shade the spawning platforms that way, the spiders actually can crawl up and down the walls. Same thing with this falling chamber. They can actually climb. So if you notice, there's a disproportionate amount of zombie flesh, bones, stuff like that in the collection room, but we do get some string, so it's not a big deal. But anyways, I want to go ahead and collect, or go ahead and enchant some of our items here. We'll grab some lapis lazuli, and we'll start with the sword. We got Unbreaking 3, not too bad. Unbreaking 3. And I'll go ahead and enchant the rest of these, but I will take the time to make sure I have level 3 enchantments. I'm also not too satisfied with the pickaxe, so I'm going to enchant another pickaxe as well, maybe another sword, and we can combine them with an anvil and get like a super pick and a super sword, something like that. So I'll show you guys all the enchantments I managed to get in a bit, but first I'm going to craft an anvil. Okay, so to craft an anvil, we need 3 iron blocks, like this, like this, like this, and like that. So there's our anvil, and I will place that near the enchantment room. And what I want to do is see if I switch the order of these, it costs 8. Otherwise, it costs 6. So is it more expensive with the powerful one in the left side or the right side? So this is 11. This is 15. So you want the more powerful one in the left side. And we have punch 1, power 2, unbreaking 3. This one has punch 1, so that should give us punch 2, power 2, unbreaking 3. Great. Now we got ourselves a nice little bow here. And I will continue just enchanting, sort of playing around with this farm, getting some higher level enchantments. And I will see you guys in a little bit, and I'll show you the enchantments that I get on every. Alright, so I did some enchanting. These are the enchantments I got. I got Unbreaking 3 on my sword, Punch 2, Power 3, Unbreaking 1 on my bow, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 2. Yeah, and then on the armor, we got Unbreaking 3 on the boots, Protection 3, Unbreaking 3 on the legs, Protection 4 on the chest plate, and then Protection 4 on the helmet. So, pretty cool. Alright, you guys, so the next thing I want to do is to find a village and start making an iron golem farm and a villager breeder. That way we can make like a villager trading post, and I'm thinking right here would be the perfect area to do that. Now, first we need to find a village, so what I'm going to do is crank up the render distance. So video settings, render distance, we'll crank that all the way up. And then there might be a bit of lag, but maybe we'll start by going to the top of this mountain and taking a look around. Alright, so taking a quick look around, I do not see any villages. I think I'm going to pick one direction and just stick with that. So I'll go straight this way, and then I'll keep building up like this, taking a look around, running a bit more, taking a look around, and that's how I plan to find the village. So I'll run a bit in this direction. And guys, I think I see, just right at the tip right here, I see a village, I think. So let's run over here. Look at this, you guys. Perfect, and it looks relatively big, so that's a pretty good find. Now, what we need to do is bring 2 of these villagers back to our base. I'm going to pick 2 of them without a profession. Now, what I'm going to do is make a nether portal from here all the way over to there, to where our base is over here. So I'm going to mark down these coordinates, and then I'm going to run back to our base. Alright, I'm back at base. Just a side note, I did plant 1 carrot and 2 potatoes. So those will be useful for when we make the villager breeder. But anyways, we're gonna need some obsidian. And I'm gonna go ahead and collect a bit of obsidian now. Alright, so we're on our 10th piece right now. Great, now let's head back up to the surface. Alright, you guys, so in the nether, every 8 blocks you travel is equal to 1 block in the overworld. So if we divide our coordinates for the village, which was 563, 260, if we divide those by 8, we get the nether coordinates 70, 32. So that's where we want to go to in the nether. I'm just going to grab a bit of building material as well as our flint and steel. Now we no longer need these buckets. But anyways, let's head to the nether now. Maybe sleep quickly. Here we go. So we'll need to go... Let's make a 3-block wide path going there. So we'll need to go in this direction. To 70, so right here. And then we'll need to go in this direction up to 32. Alright guys, so right here is where we want the nether portal. Now I'm going to put it off to the side. That way we can make like a transportation system and this won't be in the way of our path. So I'll put the nether portal right here. Just like that. Then we'll light it and we should be at the village that we found now when we enter. Oh no, we're in a cave. So what we can do is we can break this nether portal. Right, so we got 10, that's plenty, that's all we need. Now if we go up to the surface here, beautiful, we're right aligned with the village here. Alright, so we're right aligned with the village, but if we go to the coordinates 563, 260, that'll be where we want to rebuild this nether portal, and they should link up. So let's see. We want 563, so that's this way. And then 260. So we'll build the nether portal right here. And now when we light it, we should be linked. Beautiful. So now we have our nether portals linked. The next thing we need to do is grab some of the villagers. Now I'm going to need some pistons and a boat. So I'm going to run back to our base here. Alright, so I'm back at base, but we are running low on time. It's about 32 minutes now, this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, we're going to be building, like I said, a 2-in-1 Iron Golem farm and villager breeder. And then later on, we'll be making a villager trading booth, which will be pretty exciting. Some fun projects coming up. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. I am new at this, and I am no expert at Minecraft, so I am sort of learning as I go along, which is hopefully okay. But hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Thank you for watching.